Welp, Season 7 just finished almost a month ago, and Season 8 is in production. It'll probably take until October to get it done because for 3 years now, Victor Tanzig has done the new season in October thing. So, let's get predicting. Let's start with format. This season will almost certainly have 10 episodes like the rest of the seasons, and given how the most recent episode was over 20 minutes and people loved it, I'm sure that Victor will go back to this long runtime, and I'm all here for it. As well, I have no problem with the short runtime. I also like the longer runtime of the older episodes, as it means more can happen. The time period will most likely, again, be a short one. Most likely 1970 to 1971. We already had 3 seasons with a short period of time, and given that Thomas ain't coming back this season, and he has to come back in 1972, then it will probably end at like early 1972 or late 1971. Speaking of, Thomas isn't coming back next season, or at least not entirely, meaning in some way, shape, or form, we might see him again. Now, this could be a flashback or another of Peckett's foresights proven later true when Thomas comes back, yada yada yada. Or the even bigger reason. In Trickster, an entity kept impersonating other characters, and at the end it shows him leaving Sodor, saying he's gonna come back. Well, this man will most likely come back this season and will probably turn into Thomas in order to fool the other engines. Then the engines would get disappointed when finding out it isn't him, only leading to the mystery of who this being could be. What I would do is have this doppelganger turn himself into dead characters like Peter, Adam, Benson, Colin, etc. A bit of fan service, yeah, but whatever. It all goes too far when everyone sees Thomas. But a bold Percy or Toby asks the doppelganger, how can this be Thomas if he's dead? The man is busted, is taken away by society. SCP Foundation. As for the content, well, we have a few places to look at. First off, the last 2 shots of the final season 5 episode. The first shot shows the Alzare Railway showcasing Frank, Jock, and Olivia being new engines. This, of course, means they will arrive on Sodor, with Olivia having her first firing at the sheds of the railway, as shown in Sodor's special non-faceless vehicles. In Affection, it is also shown Olivia looks happily at Mike, with the caption of engine relationships. So you know what that means. Mike will get a girlfriend. This could be in Season 9 though, as the shot of the motor rail in the Season 5 finale indicated there would be a motor rail on Sodor, which was used in Season 7. However, in the last shot, we see Edward passing an American locomotive, with American coaches, and if you look closely, we can see it has a face. Ever since Stories of War, the last shot of the season or mini-series has included Edward passing the new character, which was introduced next season. Stories of War had Paul, and Paul was introduced in Season 3. The last shot of Season 4B had Barry, and he was introduced next season. The last shot of Season 5 featured the Alzare Railway, which appeared next season. And the last shot of Season 6 showed Patrick, which did appear next season. So yes, we will get a new American engine on Sodor. Now I have no clue who this is, but if it were up to me, I would honestly make this engine male and have him be not a nice character. Because we just got a villain turn into a nice engine, meaning we do not have any villains on Sodor for now. So this engine would make the NWR have at least one rude engine. This episode could be called America. Fuck yeah! Of Mr. Walton bringing American trucks, coaches, and the engine, who is very proud of his heritage. We could get Bill and Ben leave the China Clay Works to work for the container yards like Wild Northwester, maybe even have them in a blue livery like Bill or Ben. Also, I'm like 100% convinced Wilbur will appear at some point, therefore leading to him and Samantha getting mixed up. This leads to Sam getting repainted into a different color, eventually deciding to keep it. I say 100% sure because ever since I dropped this idea in my collab with my best friend German01 Loco with our ideas for Season 6, Everyone has suggested this idea to Victor and even made their own versions of the Stories of Sodor seasons with this idea. So Victor will probably listen and use this idea at one point. As for deaths, well, we don't have many left. Well, the chances are that maybe one of the little Western engines, because if you look during this shot from the intro, Wendell, nor Kate, nor Sheffield aren't there and replaced by a diesel. I initially thought that Wendell or Kate could die, but then I realized Wendell can't die, because in this shot from the season 3 intro, Wendell's there, but not Sheffield. And Sheffield has said that he survives in 2020. So, that being said, there's only one engine left. There's one engine on the branch line that was not seen at all in the intro. Now, of course, this could mean that Kate transferred to like another branch line, because I did have the idea of her being on the Farquhar branch line, and given the amount of hints Tanzig is given from the seasons prior, this could happen. But if she doesn't, in that case, we know very well who dies. Kate did have her arc completed in grief, so I also just want to talk about just how little Kate has been seen these days. Like seriously, after she got painted green, she got like a 3-second shot in Fallout, but then again, she and Thomas became friends that season. She kind of needed to be at the funeral, so like, yeah, it makes sense. In season 6, she only appeared for one episode, that being Protesters, and had like 5 sentences. And in season 7, she got a big role only in one episode, that being Grief. But then again, that was when her arc was completed. And this has extended to Victor's other content as well. In Sodor shorts, she only got one appearance in this short, and then again, it was a cameo for 6 seconds. And in Sodor Answers, she didn't get any episodes, and we still have to wait until Thomas and the Magic Relic for her to be in the Sodor Retold series. But then again, season 5 could take approximately 6 months to complete, and that's the amount of time a lot of the episodes of a new season would take to complete. It just feels like Victor doesn't really need Kate in his videos. So what does he do with characters he doesn't need? He kills them. So, with that being said, sorry Katie, the writing is on the wall for you. There's also the chance of Eric, because as I said in my theories video, Edward says in branch lines he'll never know how Eric must have felt.
I'll never know just how miserable Eric must have felt, but I can only imagine given the look on his face.
If done well, his death could hit like a truck. I also just want to point out just how little Eric has actually been seen these days. Like, the last time he appeared was this one cameo shot in Troublemaker, and the last time he spoke was Leadership. He did not have any appearances in Season 7, and when it comes to Sodor shorts, it feels like his main gags are slowly dying. Both of Eric's gags and running gags that he's been known for have almost disappeared. What I mean by this? Well, he's pretty much known for 2 things: being completely brain dead and stupid, and being a lethal chef. Well, the first one, with him being stupid, hasn't really been seen anymore, honestly. Like, there was Sodor short mouse, but that was it, and it was the first time it was shown in a long time. And with the chef one, it's barely even seen in Sodor shorts. It's almost non-existent. The last time it was shown was with Sodor short Cutaway, which was recently. Then again, that wasn't really a major point. The last time it was properly shown in its truest form was in Sodor short Sandwich, which was back in September 2023. And both of these gags both started in 2017. So it's been almost 9 years since they started. And even then, I can't blame Tanzig, because it's been shown throughout Sodor shorts that Victor will at one point think that these jokes are getting old, or that he has nothing to say about them. I mean, the last time the Guys Percy Don't Do That segment was ever shown was in Sodor Short Achievement, which was in May 2021. So it's essentially been like 5 years since we've ever heard the Percy Don't Do That joke in Victor Tanzik video. And also with the With being a mad scientist gag, he started it in 2019 with Sodor Short Blackout and ended it with leaving. And I actually think With's departure in season 7 was because Victor was tired of the scientist gag. To me, it just kind of feels like both of Eric's running gags have almost completely disappeared. It doesn't feel like Tanzik really has much to say about them, and doesn't have much to say about Eric either, given that he wasn't shown in season 7. And if you don't have anything to say about a character in the main series and in the other videos, then that can only mean one thing. But here's the thing. With Eric and Kate, I'm sure they will die, but not if they'll die this season, because they could easily die in later seasons. But there's one engine that I'm 100% sure will die this season. That is Samantha. Well, why? 1. She already had her arc completed in grief. 2. She already reunited with Reginald's ghost, so they've essentially said goodbye to one another. And 3. The big one. In tragedy, it is stated that Samantha has mental fatigue, a very severe kind. The same kind that killed Reginald's brother Randolph back in season 4, the one who died during the overhaul. And if you don't know what mental fatigue is, it's essentially cancer, but for engines. Now, the only effective treatment is a complete overhaul, and you expect this to take like a month or like more, right? Well, no, because she gets let out of the works within a week. A week! This can only mean one thing. Samantha was not cleaned or repaired properly. Even if it was in only one part of the body and it was severe, you'd still need a complete overhaul because it can spread to the whole engine body. But if she comes out in a week, then that means that the mental fatigue is still there, yet Sam doesn't see it. And she will not realize she has it until it's too late. Now, as said earlier, Eric and Kate, they could die in like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 or 5 seasons time. They could just not die at all.
Phew!
But with Samantha, I am 100% sure that she will die next season due to the circumstances. I also think it would be cool if more returnees came to Sodor, like Alice or Winston, as we do see them in the intro, so it would make sense to include them. Anyways, these are just some general predictions for season 8. More will come in the near future, so we just have to wait and see.